The top 5 things I didn't know about weight loss when I was 300 pounds. Number 1, you don't need as much as people say you do. When I was 300 pounds, people told me that I needed to eat tons of protein to feel satisfied and to lose weight, but in reality, I just needed to eat more vegetables. But no one really wanted to talk about that. But once I started eating more vegetables, I started losing more weight. Once I started eating less protein, I also started losing more weight. And I still felt full because I was filling myself up with more vegetables.
You don't need as much protein as they tell you. Also, because your liver gets clogged up with too much protein. Your large intestine gets sluggish with too much protein. Like your body's basement membranes, the cells in your body, get clogged up with too much protein. So you don't want to be eating excessive amounts of protein, like chicken breast, turkey, and beef. In my experience, I've seen more damage with high protein diets over time, unless of course you're epileptic or you're doing a healing diet for some kind of physical healing crisis. Number 2, you are a protein making machine. Did you know that? Well, now you do. These things called amino acids, and amino acids create protein, and you're making them all day long. There are things called essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids, and we need to get the essential amino acids from our diet. And that's when protein comes into the equation. Our human bodies are generating protein all day long. We just need to match it up with the completion of the protein to make it whole. And there are a lot of ways to do that, both in the plant and in the animal kingdom.
Number 3, you do not need to eat your weight in protein. When I was 300 pounds, I actually tried this to lose weight. On TikTok and social media, they say, just eat your weight in protein. Eat 112 grams because if you weigh 112 pounds, you need 112 grams of protein. But this just couldn't be farther from the truth. I actually tried this method and I ended up getting really sick and never doing it again because I wasn't eating any vegetables. I just focused on protein and I gained weight. Lose, 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 lose. Not to mention, it's really bad for your liver.
Number 4, there's something that you might not have heard about called biologically available protein, and that's different than gram for gram protein. Biologically available protein means that there's biologically available protein in all kinds of foods, including beets and mushrooms and I don't know, everything in the plant kingdom. There's biologically available protein. Did you know that the most superior form of biologically available protein is in mother's milk? Imagine that. Mother's milk. Just look at what happens to a baby between the time they're born and 2 years old. Oh my goodness, so much happens. After mother's milk is eggs. Believe it or not, eggs happen to be a very superior form of biologically available protein. And after that, guess what, folks? These guys are tied for a 3rd position. Fish is right up there with lentils. Chicken, right up there with quinoa. Beef and poultry are right up there with other types of beans. So don't be fooled by all the conversations out there. Do your research and try to understand that gram for gram, ounce for ounce, doesn't always mean it's 1 for 1.
Number 5, processed protein. Tons of people on the internet will be promoting, oh, you should eat this protein powder, eat this protein bar, this protein donut, but these protein products have a lot of chemicals in them that could lead to cancer and a bunch of other diseases, and also could cause weight gain, which if you're on a weight loss journey, you do not want to be consuming.
Processed proteins have gained popularity in the last few years, especially vegan processed proteins like Beyond Burger and other fake meats. It is not that great for you folks. I'm telling you that right now. I have helped thousands of people regain their health and lose weight over the last 30 plus years. Processed proteins do not make you feel good. Why is that? Because oftentimes they're not made from whole foods. These are processed foods. And if you want to regain your health, you want to eliminate or reduce greatly the amount of processed foods because they're oftentimes using bad oils. They're genetically modified. They have fillers in them that really wreak havoc in your system and kind of gunk up your cells. There's a lot of things that we don't know about how they're processed. Genetically modified, maybe? I don't know. All I know is they make me feel kind of sick when I eat them, and my clients don't find the health improvements that they do get from eating whole foods. So we hope that this video has enlightened some new truth about protein. There are things about protein that we see marketed out there, and we wanted to chime in the conversation. Comment below on what you've learned about protein or what questions you have about this video, or maybe you even disagree with it. We love to hear it all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.